Those who have a why to live can bear with almost any how. When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. In some ways, suffering ceases to be suffering at the moment it finds a meaning, such as the meaning of a sacrifice. Love is the only way to grasp another human being in the innermost core of his personality. For the world is in a bad state, but everything will become still worse unless each of us does his best. Life is not primarily a quest for pleasure, as Freud believed, or a quest for power, as Alfred Adler taught, but a quest for meaning. The greatest task for any person is to find meaning in his or her own life. No one can become fully aware of the very essence of another human being unless he loves him. Faith is trust in ultimate meaning. Life is never made unbearable by circumstances, but only by lack of meaning and purpose. Even a genius cannot completely resist his zeitgeist, the spirit of his time. Live as if you were living a second time, and as though you had acted wrongly the first time. Ultimately, man should not ask what the meaning of his life is, but rather he must recognize that it is he who is asked. Challenging the meaning of life is the truest expression of the state of being human. Ever more people today have the means to live, but no meaning to live for. Each man is questioned by life, and he can only answer to life by answering for his own life. To life he can only respond by being responsible. I recommend that the Statue of Liberty be supplemented by a Statue of Responsibility on the West Coast. Happiness must happen, and the same holds for success. You have to let it happen by not caring about it. Religion is the search for ultimate meaning. There is nothing in the world, I venture to say, that would so effectively help one to survive even the worst conditions as the knowledge that there is a meaning in one's life. No man should judge unless he asks himself in absolute honesty whether in a similar situation he might not have done the same. The attempt to develop a sense of humor, and to see things in a humorous light is some kind of a trick learned while mastering the art of living. You don't create your mission in life, you detect it. We can discover this meaning in life in 3 different ways. 1. By doing a deed. 2. By experiencing a value. And 3. By suffering. Decisions, not conditions, determine what a man is. Life ultimately means taking the responsibility to find the right answer to its problems and to fulfill the tasks which it constantly sets for each individual. Success is total self-acceptance. Every human being has the freedom to change at any instant. The more one forgets himself, by giving himself to a cause to serve or another person to love, the more human he is. The quest for meaning is the key to mental health and human flourishing. Even when it is not fully attained, we become better by striving for a higher goal. God is the partner of your most intimate soliloquies. Each of us carries a unique spark of the divine, and each of us is also an inseparable part of the web of life. Pain is only bearable if we know it will end, not if we deny it exists. Humor was another of the soul's weapons in the fight for self-preservation.